Da 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 da. We are back. Okay, so we haven't made a video in a minute, and that was probably because I was off in Disney World. That's where I got this hat and this shirt. It's a new bucket hat for our guy Sebastian Fisher, Rookie of the Year.
Buckets for buckets.
Yeah, let's quickly run down the roster real quick because it's been a minute. We have 20-year-old Leo Sheldon, our god, our guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who does it all. Clay, we have our Coug, GOAT. Mitchell Robinson, Gordon George is a backup shooting guard. Then we got Cartwright, Rodriguez, Fisher. Isaiah Stewart's injured, which is pain. But he's day-to-day, so we might get him back soon.
Hopefully.
Jarrett Culver, Jordan Griffith, CJ LMB, Rudy Foster. I have it right now where Rudy Foster's our backup power forward.
Okay.
Because I think that's a dirty freaking bench with Rudy Foster and Cartwright backing up Rodriguez and Robinson. We are starting Rodriguez at power forward, so I guess we could move things around if we wanted to. Tim Maxwell might get some minutes, and Shabazz Napier. Cool. I think we're good. Nothing else to really report. About to start this series against the Bulls, and let's see here. Do you remember this Bulls team has Levine, Kawhi, and Vucevic? I feel like they had somebody else. Is he hurt? I guess it was that. That's our big three, I guess. Would you
Not too bad.
just talk about it for a second? Would you rather have Lonzo and DeRozan, or would you rather have Kawhi on this team?
That's what I was thinking too. It's a good question.
Two good players or a great player, you know?
It seems like DeRozan.
Cutting out a bit.
Oh God. It's fucking internet. I don't know. It seems like Lonzo and DeRozan's been working out for the Bulls in real life, but it's so hard to evaluate Kawhi's real life value at this point. I feel like.
Yeah. Well, especially with Kawhi being injured, so I guess they would take it. I feel like that's what I actually have to give the offer. If you're a guy who definitely says Kawhi, then what if I said you also get this Kawhi ACL though? He's out for a year. Then would you still do it?
I feel like Kawhi and that ACL injury to me, it's such a it's a red flag, and then long term it's hard for me to evaluate his value moving forward.
I mean, he's pretty damn athletic, but I would say that athleticism's not his main, thing that ACL. I guess defense is really his thing though, and he does need to be athletic for that.
It's crazy because I know in the past an ACL injury was kind of like a death sentence. I feel like for a lot of athletes, but I feel like the surgery and everything's come a long way since then. So it's more based on the person, their recovery. I feel like.
I mean, I'm all for it because I have Paul George, but
it's definitely Paul George season.
He's having a great year. Last time I looked, and that was on Halloween. He was averaging 28 points a game.
I'm pretty sure he's leading the league in points per game right now. I'm waiting to see. Reggie's kind of been up and down, but I feel like Jackson should have a good year still.
The Clippers are just interesting because it's a bunch of old people. And I guess there's a couple really young guys like Kennard and guys you're hoping for. But
I know
they just seem like a bunch of guys, bunch of vets.
It's kind of funny because the Lakers and the Clippers kind of have a similar vibe. The Lakers are even worse, but
yeah,
LA's full of a bunch of old heads.
Oh my! I feel like when I was scrimmaging earlier, my team felt more faster and athletic. I feel like it's really toned down when I'm out here.
That's pretty funny. I was watching the Lakers OKC game some earlier though, and at like halftime, on the stream I was watching, they were showing the Lakers shoot around, and I was just watching like Melo, DeAndre Jordan, like Dwight Howard, Westbrook, like all these like 10 years ago maybe it would have been like a fire team, but now it's just like a bunch of old ass guys shooting around.
That's pretty funny. Oh, nice, made it. I thought you were about to say like they're doing all the shoot around and not a single one of them could like shoot, or like Melo is just kicking their ass. He was like draining all these shots, and they're just like, damn it. I
I
saw
couldn't
Dax on Twitter was saying how like, wow, Russ still hasn't learned he can't shoot threes.
Russ today, he was hitting in at least in the first half. He had some decent shots, but Westbrook is just one of those guys. He's definitely not known for his 3-point shot.
I mean, it's not the worst, but like, it's pretty bad. At least he has no Ben Simmons. That's fair.
I'm still interested to see what happens with Ben.
Do I need to spend this whole episode talking about like what I really need Ben to do?
You might have to. Maybe it'll inspire him.
He's probably watching right now. Oh, kind of getting my ass kicked. I was also thinking I haven't played this in like forever, so hopefully I'm like a little rusty too. Makes it a little fair.
You haven't played 2K at all?
Not in a while.
That's fair.
I guess they have Kobe White too, so like they still have like a starting point guard to work with.
I haven't even seen or heard anything from Kobe White this
I believe he
IRL
started off
season
this
yet.
year a little injured, and that's why Caruso was playing so much.
That's a good point. I haven't thought about that because Caruso's kind of been carving out a role, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm surprised. But he kind of just is a baller.
He low-key is in his own right. Like, he's not a baller how you'd think, but
No.
oh yeah, Kobe's still out. Oh shit. As of November 1st, it says Kobe remains without a clear timetable.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder how bad it was.
It says he underwent surgery June 10th for a torn labrum. And it says it usually takes 4 to 6 months to recover. So,
Does that mean he should be back around November though? If it's about 4, or did you say 4 to 5?
you would
4 to 6.
it said 4 to 6, yeah.
Okay. It could take him another minute.
Realistically, I hadn't even thought about Kobe in regards to Caruso. That's a good point, though. But
Well, because now that they have Lonzo, like I'm not too interested in him. But
no, that's the thing too. Is like, I feel like their starting five is pretty, like, I guess established. I guess Patrick Williams is a bit in flux, but between their big four of like Lonzo, Levine, DeRozan, and Vucevic, that's I don't know. It's interesting. Caruso, I feel like you could. I don't know. I feel like there's no lineup where like DeRozan plays the four.
maybe like in an extreme small ball situation, but like not. I don't think necessarily you'd want to.
Yeah, I can't think of many situations where I'd want that to be.
It'd have to be pretty small ball because I think he is he 6'6", 6'7", or is he like 6'8"?
I'm gonna look it up now, but I'm gonna say around 6'7". That's my gut feeling. Let's take a look. He's 6'6".
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So realistically, there's not almost any situation really where you'd want him as your four.
Isn't Draymond more like 6'6"? Might be 6'7". So like I know it works sometimes. I know you know what it is? I think it's Zion. Zion's freaking 6'6".
It does say Draymond is 6'6", which is pretty interesting. He plays big though for sure.
Well, they'll even play him at like center, and I'm like, then that like means you're good at it. Like that's what you do. It's like rebound and stuff like that. Which I don't know if that's like really
Mhm.
DeRozan's forte.
I feel like DeRozan's like a pure scorer in some ways.
Yeah, I know I've seen some memes before that are like, all Michael Jordan would be in today's NBA is just DeMar DeRozan with the DeMar DeRozan with the bald head.
It's interesting to think about.
This is a pretty good Bulls roster. I still dig it. Garbage though. We usually start whipping ass when I pull the bench in and still put up good points.
Mhm. Been honestly, I'm trying to think when the last time we even like made a video was. I feel like it's been months.
It has to have been a long time by now. Oof. Nice. Yeah, no, it's definitely been a minute. Hopefully we can get back to it, and especially hopefully I can like upload them at a good rate too. So like when we talk about sports that like they're relatively recent.
Mhm. I remember the last time we were talking. I feel like football was just basically starting.
I know I was like we should start a whole football franchise right now. I think I'm just gonna have to buy Madden and then like start this Raiders one soon. But
I guess if you wait a little bit, pretty soon here, Madden's gonna be on sale too. Even like once it hits like the holiday season, kind of.
that's what I was thinking, or maybe even like Black Friday. I could probably cop one for slightly cheaper.
For sure. Honestly,
I
around
might just wait
Black
then.
Friday,
Yeah,
it should be like $30 or less.
or Cyber Monday. It'll probably do a cheaper deal.
Uh,
But I would say like also like so yeah, I had my trip where I was gone for like 2 weeks, and then on top of that, like we had to like organize all of these football and fantasy basketball leagues together. Like we just got busy with stuff.
no, I feel it seems like you're on vacay for a minute again, and then definitely fantasy came kind of out of nowhere. Like I wasn't necessarily trying to set up the other basketball league, but it kind of came to a point where no one else had said anything about it, and I was
I
like,
you know with our like dynasty league, I was kind of just like what, I don't need to do another freaking basketball league this year, and now I'm in like 6.
that's crazy.
I just have friends who are always trying to do it. I'm like, dude, I don't want to, but okay.
I don't know. I'm always down for basketball. I feel like honestly, compared to football, I enjoy basketball and baseball more.
I think I enjoy after we've done baseball, I have a new like given life for basketball with the whole like
Mhm.
setting your lineup almost daily.
Yeah.
Which also side note, like how like Quinn's always the one who's like we should set the freaking buy-in to like $20 or 100 if we can. He's always the one who's like
Uh,
jacking it up. And I'm playing him this week and I realized he like didn't set his lineup again. And I'm like, dude, why do you want to put so much money on this and you don't even like set your lineup?
I don't know. He's in a weird spot right now. He finally paid me
That's
because like
good.
he was taking a minute to pay for basketball too, even. But I think he's just kind of slow to start.
That's fair.
I don't know. It's interesting because like it seemed like people were down relatively for basketball, but it's taken a minute for everyone to buy in
I'm
still.
kind of
But
shocked. Ian was telling me he's like not a basketball guy, like he doesn't know much, and his team's like one of the best.
that's how I feel too. Like he won last year, I'm pretty sure too.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Um.
who? Look who it is.
What's going on?
Oh no, who's that?
A wild Troy has appeared.
Yeah.
Troy. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Hi, Troy.
Hey man, how's it going?
Spectacular. Are you in the Discord or are you like in Matt's room?
I'm in the Discord.
Okay.
I wish I was in Matt's room.
I wish Troy was here too.
Like, look who it is, and I was like, holy shit! Did he just like walk into your house?
I've
It's
done
like I
that
can't
before.
look who it is.
Actually, the last time I went to his house, I just kind of walked in.
The
I
last time
forgot.
Troy was here, he did walk in.
I kind of forgot we weren't in Pullman.
I see. Likely excuse. Only reason that you'd ever come to talk. Wow, I almost put out like a feeler and be like, I'm gonna stream tonight. Let's see who wants to get in. I can't believe we got Troy. I didn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Troy, I'm recording
I
by the
just.
way. If you like don't want to say something racist.
Don't say the N-word, Troy.
Don't
Okay,
don't John Gruden it.
got it. Are you like on Twitch or something?
I'm just recording over Discord, and then like I'm using recording software, and then I'm streaming over Discord. I don't let the
Okay.
people just join a Discord link. I'm not that nice. Maybe I should.
How have you been, Troy?
Good. Chilling.
What are you?
Nothing much. Just chilling. Are there any plans like during like Thanksgiving week? Because that's when I'll be back in Everett. So I was wondering if there's like been talks of things going about.
That's a good question. I honestly, I hung out with Leo and Quinn about 2 weeks ago. I was sick over Halloween weekend, so I didn't end up doing anything.
Oh God, the
But
Rona.
What kind of sick?
technically not Corona. It was like a sinus infection type thing.
Oh, okay. Glad
Yeah,
you're doing better. It sounds like.
no, I'm mostly better at this point. It was just kind of like a down weekend, but I haven't talked to him yet, but I haven't heard much about like plans for that weekend yet. I know LaShawn was trying to go to like the Apple Cup.
Yeah, I'm down to go to a bar and watch the game. I'm not trying to go to the Apple Cup type of thing, you know?
Because it's
No, I
pricey, or
feel
Huh?
because it's pricey, or just don't want to deal with it.
That's. I mean, like, I didn't even think of the price. It's just more of like I don't want to deal with it because it's like
Because the cooks
parking.
suck,
I mean,
or
like, I guess you would do like an Uber, and I don't know. It's just like,
it
is
sounds
it?
like a bitch kind of to go to the stadium.
Yeah, exactly. Uh,
I feel that it's always a mission to get out there.
yeah, I feel like I would rather, than probably like after the fact, I'm guessing everybody wants to go drinking, and you might as well just be downtown already. Is that Kawhi and the Bulls?
Yes, sir. We're like 2 years
Nice.
into the future, I believe. Oh,
Ah, okay, okay.
I put my starters back
Eh,
in.
Not only are we in the future, but it's also an alternate reality.
This is our own universe.
Okay.
This is
But
Sebastian Fisher. He won Rookie of the Year, I think. I don't really remember. I didn't check.
he should have.
Do they not
If
name
he
those
did,
awards until after like the playoffs?
I don't think they do until after the playoffs, kind of. Unless it's been so long, maybe we saw it and it's just we forgot.
I feel like I would have announced it already, but I didn't double check. Oh, here he
But
goes. Oh, damn it.
I'm sure, like, I don't know. I was curious, like, when LaShawn was trying to get everyone to go to the Apple Cup, I was curious if, like, Kelly and him had
That,
tickets or,
that,
like,
that's definitely what's going on.
that's what I was thinking, kind of, or, like, Kelly was trying to go, so he was trying to get everyone to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to deal with all those ladies all to himself.
I feel like, based off what I can think, I feel like Leo, Gish, Quinn, like, I'm down just to go to a bar. Like, I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
would be down to chill, but, like, not necessarily go to the stadium.
I'm down to like go to like as well as like near the stadium, but that's kind of rough because then you're going to be surrounded by the UW people. It's just not a vibe.
It's interesting because I know like Leo recently moved from where he was at in like South Lake Union. He moved more towards like Ballard,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Inner Bay area kind of, and then Carissa lives in like the Inner Bay area too. So a lot more of like the group is kind of established a little bit around the Ballard area, I guess. But I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
anyone would be down to like take an Uber or whatever
Yeah. Okay.
Did
towards whatever bar.
did Leo live, or like did he move from the place that like I was last at?
Yes, he did.
Oh, I like that place.
It was a nice spot. Leo, from I haven't been to his new place yet, but from what he's told me, he says he likes it better. So
Really,
Interesting.
that's
But does
cool.
he like it better for different reasons? Like, we liked it because it's nice and it's like close to things. Does he like it better because it's like near his work? That's a thing.
I think I don't even know the proximity, I guess, equation. like work wise. I think part of the reason he likes it more is because like I know at their old place they had like a larger bedroom and like a smaller living room kind of, and I think he said this one has like a bigger living room and like a slightly smaller bedroom, but it's
Okay.
definitely further away from like a lot of the things that we appealed to before.
Right. Right.
Fuck.
So yeah, that part's kind of tough, but I guess that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Uber's not bad if you're splitting it with
No,
multiple people, so it's not the
yeah,
worst.
even on like we went out the weekend before Halloween, and I
Yeah.
split some Ubers with some people, but it was only like $6 to $8 each.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really kind of just depends what time you go and like how far and everything, of course. But how you feeling about basketball so far, Troy, and fantasy wise?
Dynasty, obviously, just still rebuilding. It's not looking bad though. The team's not looking bad. Don't give me that face, Max. I looked at that.
I didn't even.
Uh,
The funny thing is, I didn't even think you were gonna talk about like our dynasty league. I thought you were just gonna go right into like the new league.
no, no, no. I
I
mean,
was like,
like,
what are you talking
I
about
like the
rebuilding?
like, yeah. I think the guys that picked up, like, Suggs is a kind of a baller.
Is
No,
he?
I,
so it's a baller for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't been able to
Crazy,
watch any Magic games, but I
crazy this
imagine he's doing
year.
great.
Uh, my the DK League is pretty decent too. Uh, I mean, I don't know what happened today with Jason Tatum. I think he only got like 18 points or something today.
He's
Or
been
Tatum
kind
had
of
like a
disappointing
shit
lately.
day. I
yeah,
was I was following the stat line. Like going into like the third quarter, Tatum had like zero fantasy points at one point, and I
yeah.
was like, wow.
Something about yeah. Actually, let me look. I was like looking at the team at one point,
Did you hear about that
or my
Marcus
team,
Smart
and it was
thing?
just what?
Did you hear about the Marcus Smart like team interview that or team meeting that they had?
Oh, yeah. I heard something about that. What happened again?
Um,
It was
I know he just said something about like they had like a team meeting, and he's like it wasn't even like uh it wasn't helpful at all. That's all he was saying.
I was kind of
didn't
funny
he
because
call out someone?
He said Jalen and Tatum need to pass the ball.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
He
yeah,
did say
yeah.
that. He's like they need to learn how to pass the ball. They're young, they'll learn. I'm like, damn, dude, they're not like that young anymore. Like they've been in the NBA for a few years. Where like you can't just be calling them like youngins, you know?
yeah,
Wait, what the
that
fuck?
that's pretty funny because literally I'd read about like the team meeting too, and like I saw Smart said something, but I hadn't read like what comments he made either. But in like the aftermath of it all, it seems like Smart and Tatum and Jason, whatever the fuck that other guy is. Who's the other guy?
Smart or Jalen Brown? Wait, who? Tatum?
Brown. Yeah, Jalen Brown.
Like let me
I
just
was
go through the
thinking.
whole roster.
I was thinking Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, but so yeah, it was like Tatum and Brown. But I read like him and Smart and all of them were like cool after the fact, but I hadn't actually seen what Smart had said during the meeting.
No, that's cool, and I think that like players should be a lot more time should just be able to hold each other like accountable. You know,
Hmm.
like they're grown men. You know, they can say that like this guy's been sucking.
I feel like it's kind of one of those things where I guess you can make an argument for all of society, but I feel like things are a lot softer than they used to be, so to speak. So I feel
True.
like people mince their words in a certain way, or unless you speak to people a certain way, it comes off as like rigid or I guess unfeeling. But I feel like especially in a sport like basketball, like things at times just have to be like clear cut. And even if Smart says something, obviously he means no disrespect, but he's trying to win games too, of course.
Yeah, he's got to make that money. And uh, damn, I had a good thought and I forgot what it was. Oh well.
Uh, yeah, Trey Young's doing pretty well.
I want Trey Young so bad in the Dynasty League.
I haven't even been following Trey too much this season. It seems like the Hawks, on the whole, aren't doing too well.
I guess. Oh, I think it's been overshadowed by a lot of how Ja is doing really well. So nobody wants
Yeah,
to talk about Trey.
Yeah.
Jaw's been going off so far to start the year.
When you grabbed him, Matt, I was heated.
My team like when I was drafting originally, I thought I'd kind of reached on some guys. Like I was mostly trying to build a team that like was full of guys that I liked. But so far, my team's been going off.
Let's look at it. But yeah, like that was one person I remember. It was Devin Booker and Ja, where I was just like I could possibly get him, and
Uh-huh.
yep, just didn't get them.
Yeah. Last week I lost to Ian, but Ian was the top scorer, and I had the third highest score. Who was that? I think is that Max?
What?
Yeah,
At second?
you had the second. Yeah, you had the second highest score last week.
My team's really good. I'm pretty
Oh
proud
no,
of
you had
them.
the highest. No, you had the highest score last week
Oh, I
actually,
did?
and then
Yeah,
yeah,
that
and
sounds
then
right. That sounds like me to
Ian was
like not
second.
brag about it. Just be like, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, you actually have a really good team there.
My
I was
team's been
telling Matt earlier. I think that us
popping.
three and Ian have the best teams.
Hmm. No, there are some people on my team where I'm like, ah, fuck.
Dax's team is kind of popping off too.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm not saying my team's bad. It's not. They're just like those players where it's just like, it's like probably in the draft I probably could have got someone better type of
Mhm.
thing.
I love like the top half of my team, and then like the bench is like guys I'm like, well, I had to take a shot on them, kind of thing.
Yeah,
You're just looking for that high upside, you
yeah.
know.
Obviously, getting Joe Harris was just one of those things where it's just like I got to because that's my boy. But
Really?
definitely,
Is Joe Harris still on your team?
yeah, I
You
could
should
drop.
drop him.
I know, I know.
There's
He
so
got
many.
40 points. So okay, I was going to
Has he
say
been
this.
bad?
I got distracted. The scoring, I'm just not used to it. Like I can't tell if it's like, it's just like it's weird.
The scoring last year was inflated, is when it really started. Because because stocks like blocks and steals are both worth 4 points.
Yeah,
And then I think like boards are about worth what they were before. I think I slightly inflated assists this year,
I see how it is.
but it's kind of one of those things where scoring, like at least fantasy wise, is up across the board, but like players wise, it kind of evens out. Like I
Yeah,
feel like they're higher numbers, but it's just like inflation of the dollar. Like
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
spending 100, but it's still only worth about 50.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just like I don't think Joe Harris ever scored 40 fantasy
No,
points ever.
realistically, in the past.
Yeah, and I'm like, is that good? Like, should I trust that?
I'm still kind of at the point where like I'm trying to like evaluate what seems like a good score on
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
given day, but it seems like 25 to 30 is like average,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. That's about what I'm getting, or like from
Try to
looking at
roster those
players
25.
and whatnot.
Matt, why did you drop Jordan Poole?
That's a good question. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm making like a lot of moves. There's like a handful of guys that like I find intriguing still. I honestly I dropped Poole before he even had his game the other
That's
day
true. I did notice that.
because I drafted Reggie and then like I went back and forth about him and then he was having like some bad shooting games for like a week or so. But I feel like Reggie's in a position where like he's got the best opportunity because I feel like once Clay comes back, like Jordan's role will diminish. Versus at least with like Reggie, he should keep like a pretty consistent role throughout the season. Was kind of my logic, but I don't know. Even like Maxi is another guy I'm keeping my eye on because like he had like a 40 plus fantasy point today or game today, and he played like 40 some odd minutes in like a non overtime game today. So there's a lot of guys kind of in that league I'm keeping an eye on. I think part of it is since we're playing in a 10-team league this year versus like a 12 team, there's just a lot more guys that like could be rosterable, but are just kind of on the edge because of the league size.
Yeah, that's tough.
Uh, Also, this week I kind of forgot about fantasy or to set up my lineup on Monday in both leagues, and that really hurt. Just, it happens.
I noticed. Don't you have Valanciunas in both leagues?
I think so. Yeah.
He's been a god so far. I mean,
Yeah.
part of it's because of no Zion,
I was
but
going to say, once Zion comes back, we'll have to see how that works.
it's still.
Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes like a top 10 center. Honestly,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I
mean,
think it's
honestly, it
possible.
could help with Zion. I mean, you know, I don't know. Honestly, we'll have to see how that offense actually plays offense.
hmm
Because
I
I'm
would.
pretty sure in the past they basically would just give it to Zion and say just run it down mid. You know?
It's very interesting because I feel like, of course, like during Zion's rookie season, like because of his knees or whatever, like he didn't start right
Yeah.
away. Like he was kind of slow to start, and then he was kind of like whatever. And then last year, I feel like he had a big year, but I feel like Zion's kind of right back in a similar position where like I've read people say he's like overweight and out of shape. He's
Yeah.
like got like his injury right now. Like I feel like even when Zion comes back, there's a decent chance Valanciunas might still ball.
Right. I also feel like he doesn't care right now. It's one of those things where it's like I think he's just like he's pulling a James Harden. He's getting fat. He's probably just not going to try. And he's going to try to get traded somewhere.
You think so?
I mean, it's like I remember like right after the regular season ended last year, like there was hella news that his parents were pissed off and he was pissed off.
I do kind of remember some of that. I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
it was was it what's his fucking name? JJ Redick. Apparently, like I think he got traded away to the to
76ers, I think.
was it 76ers? I thought it was that one Luca's team, the
Mavericks.
Mavs.
Mavs. Yeah, the Mavs.
I can't
Maybe I
really
forget.
remember. I feel
Yeah,
like I think JJ retired at this point, but I can't
yeah, yeah.
remember.
But like when that trade happened, for some reason Zion didn't like that. Apparently, he liked JJ for some reason.
He had a
I'm not a
thing
bad
for
player,
Redick.
but
Oh, a lot of
yeah,
people like JJ. He's got a podcast.
I like
yeah,
JJ Redick, but he's just kind of like a 3-point specialist. I feel like
yeah, yeah.
he's kind of in that fucking who's that other guy, the other white guy.
Yeah, Joe Harris.
Not I guess Joe Harris too. I was thinking of fucking his name
Tyler
starts with
Hero.
a K.
Oh, Luke
Who's that
Kennard.
fucking not Kennard, the other white guy.
Kyle Kroger.
Corver, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's like a quarter. He's not as legendary, but yeah.
yeah. I just was like, I wouldn't
He's
He's
compare
no
him to
Ray
any of
Allen,
those
but you
guys.
know, yeah, he's pretty good.
I feel like JJ for a while kind of that he had a little bit of that like 3-point roll. Maybe not
Yeah.
on the Corver level, but I don't know. I feel like the Pelicans aren't like that bad of a team.
They're not, but I think it's just kind of. I think it's not coaching. I don't know. It's like they don't have a established identity in terms of like how their offense is should be played out. You know.
I guess so. It seems like they're I feel like after AD left, they definitely kind of went into like the rebuild phase.
Hmm.
And I feel like Zion's kind of supposed to represent like the future of it. And then I feel like they got like who's pretty solid. Since Ingram's came over, he's been pretty good.
Yeah.
They got Valanciunas this season, and like he's proved pretty well. I don't know what his age is. I don't know if he's in line with like the rebuild, but
I thought he's pretty old. I'm pretty sure because like I'm looking him down the stretch. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't think I have this guy for like too long.
Here's Leonard. He is hauled in by Griffin. The Pistons have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
Harold, you could probably get like 2 or 3 more decent basketball years, at least IRL. I guess for fantasy, it's a harder thing to track.
Right, right. Um, early on, who are we thinking for the finals?
Early on to the finals.
Yeah, yeah. What are y'all? I think the Lakers are honestly trash. Is that a hot
Talked
take?
about that.
Is
It's
that
not
a hot take?
it's not really a hot take anymore.
Okay, cool.
The funny thing
I
is,
think
I was
I mean
about to say
like they're
Lakers.
winning. They're barely winning against pretty bad teams.
They lost
So
to the Thunder tonight, so I feel like
yeah,
that pretty much says everything you need to know.
yeah.
I
Um,
was I messaged or I guess like I was talking to Max kind of about it tonight, but I think this is the year LeBron finally turns immortal. Like I feel like his like age and like his health issues are finally going to catch up, and I feel like he's not
you
going
mean
to.
he becomes mortal?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you said
Just a
he becomes
basketball player.
immortal.
He becomes a Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Now I can see it. I mean, I think he played himself. I think he really wanted to like get in the mindset of like, yeah, old people could still play basketball. It's like, bro, it's like, no.
I mean, like if you can get cheap contracts for him.
Yeah.
I don't even. I feel like in the East, the Bulls right now are honestly one of the better teams.
They are, but I don't think. I just with their like it's that thing in like the playoffs where it's like that youth is they're just not going to have that experience to really like go too far.
I don't know.
Um,
I'm looking at the standings right now, and like the 76ers are 7-2 in the East. Like they're the top of the conference, but I wouldn't say the 76ers are the best team in the East right now.
Probably the
that's
Bucks
true.
though. Um,
I like Miami.
Heat are pretty good. I could
Miami might be
definitely
really
see.
crazy if like Oladipo comes back just fine. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. Oladipo is kind of a big part of that team. Like if Oladipo comes back and plays well, I could definitely see them making a run for the finals.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at the Western Conference, and of course the top is the Jazz. But I feel like
Yeah.
the Jazz are, as
Always
we
the
know,
top.
pretend contenders at this point.
How do you feel
I
about the
mean,
Hornets?
Is Donovan Mitchell just not that guy? I'm
I
gonna
don't
say he
know.
isn't. I mean, he doesn't have that swagger that like Book has or like Trey Young. Like he's still all the same age like Luca. He just
Uh,
can't really do it.
I feel like he's the regular season dude, like he's that dude, but then it hits the playoffs and he's just kind of like another role player in some ways. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I read I think he's injured right now too. I think he hurt his like knee or his ankle.
I don't
Like I think
know.
he's gonna miss some games.
Yeah.
Let me take a look. I read something about it earlier tonight.
Honestly, I just want to see if Clay is actually like 80% Clay. I could definitely see them going all the way.
The Warriors are deep as
Yeah,
hell.
Donovan Mitchell ankle ruled out Thursday, so it's early in the season, of course, but Donnie's dealing with a bit of injury.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a 7-footer that can play the entire court. Vucevic is a tough cover because of that versatility.
So what happened to Jamal Murray? Does anybody know what's going on there? No one
He's
really.
got an ACL injury, I feel like.
Yes.
Still, like,
There's no
what
timetable
was
for
his?
it.
There's no timetable.
Yeah.
He should be back late in the season.
Okay, because that
Until
was a team
then,
that was. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Will Barton has been crazy so far this year. I don't know if you've been following any of that, but Barton's
No.
been starting at the 2 guard, and he's been putting up decent numbers for the Nuggets. The problem with the Nuggets right now is Michael Porter Jr. has just not been playing how he should yet.
I mean, his
But yeah,
hype was
that's a
like
team
he's
I'm
gonna be
looking
like
at.
KD. And you're like that's pretty ridiculous to put on his shoulders.
Kicks to Dumont. A three-pointer, no good.
I mean, I had belief in the Nets, but at this point in time, I don't think Kyrie's coming, unless they do something with the COVID rules in terms of like the government of New York. I just don't see him coming back.
Nash is gonna have to phone the governor of New York. I don't even know who the governor of New York is at this point, but Nash
That's
is just gonna have to
true.
call him up and be like, "Cut it."
Yeah.
I don't even know. Kyrie, fucking Aaron Rodgers, all these fucking athletes
Yeah.
just have to get over their bullshit. Like,
I honestly, I thought Aaron Rodgers was already unvaccinated. Like, do you look at this man's face and I think 30. Like,
did you see his hair?
yeah, his hair, his face. Like, this
His
man,
rat
like,
tail.
yeah, he's greasy looking now.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers went from being like one of the best quarterbacks, like slinging it,
Yeah,
like almost like MVP caliber every season, to now we just look at like your fucking uncle who lives in like a trailer park.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That's the best way to describe him.
He's waiting in like a Camaro outside the high school trying to pick up girls or some shit.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is like, "You need a ride, girl."
They stay the
Exactly.
same age.
Exactly.
Um, and like fucking Tom Brady over here is looking like 20. This man's
Exactly.
it's
Yeah,
just
he's
weird.
insane.
If McCaffrey comes back and Brady can keep up his play, I feel like it's gonna be hard to stand up to me in that football league. I can't believe my team was doing so bad for a while. I guess McCaffrey went down, like AJ Brown wasn't doing shit. Like my team, I was looking at it because literally for a while my team was only projected to have like a 30 some odd percent chance to make the playoffs in the DK league, but now I'm up to like 70-ish% or some shit.
Yeah, with all these injuries, it's like everyone's live. You know what I mean?
Uh huh. That's what I like. I love and hate it about football.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like baseball and basketball is so much more like, I guess, like predictable in some ways. Like there's gonna always be guys who like are unexpected, like I guess breakout
Injuries.
players and everything. And then like there's definitely some risk of injuries, of course, too. But like
Yeah.
compared to
Mostly
football,
pitchers too. Yeah, like batters, you're usually safe. It's really
yeah.
pitchers where you're like, oh fuck.
Like I feel like Acuna's ACL injury in the outfield is like kind of a freak injury. Like
Yeah.
it can happen, but it's not as common. But of course, in football, like I had Jameis Winston in this league I play with Maxon as like my QB2. Didn't expect him to just tear his ACL on a horse collar play. Like
Yeah.
you just never
Happens.
know. Jameis tore his ACL last week. I started Mike White this week. Mike White's hurt like halfway through the first
Like,
quarter.
damn. You really went with. I mean, I guess that first game was hype as fuck, but
My
yeah.
other option in this two QB league, I have Lamar as my QB1.
Oh,
So
okay.
Lamar is established, but my other guy, other than Jameis before, was Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan only had 6 points last week, and I saw like he got his hand stepped on or some shit. I was like, I don't know if Ryan's gonna be a better
and
option.
and Ridley is just. That was surprising,
Dead.
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
DOA.
just
I think he must be going through some sort of like family something or
yeah. I'm just
I
hoping it's not like some weird CT thing where it's just like he has like you know what I mean?
just says mental
hopefully.
health.
It's so crazy. I don't know. I guess because like coming into like the football season too was another thing where like a lot of the articles and stuff I was reading, like a lot of people thought Ridley had like a legitimate attached or chance to be like the wide receiver one.
Oh yeah. 100%. Now that Julio was gone, I was just like, oh, it's just gonna be the Ridley show.
Yeah,
But
Mhm.
and they didn't know like if Pitts could be good.
yeah.
That's one of those things you just never really know. And I feel like Devonte Adams. I haven't even looked at his numbers in a while, but I feel like he hasn't been playing how he
It's
thought he would.
not like he's doing bad. It's just that Aaron Rodgers literally will give a touchdown to every single wide receiver.
Mhm.
Like it's just like it's insane. Because like I have Devontae Adams in my dynasty league, and it's like I'm looking at the gameplay, and it's like he's always open, but Aaron Rodgers just decides like it's like well like someone else is always like open, so it's like it's ridiculous.
That makes enough sense. Yeah, because fucking this year, Cooper Cup is the wide receiver one by like a decent margin.
Oh yeah,
Tyreek Hill's in second, but I'm looking at in our half PPR league, and Cooper's up like 40 points, which is
yeah,
like almost like 1.5 to 2 full weeks of like good play.
yeah. I don't even understand how that happened.
It's crazy. Jamar Chase is the wide receiver three.
But, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he's a stud.
He is a stud, but
In my first league that I did this year with my other friends, I drafted. What's it called? I had Cooper Cup and Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry. It was a wild time.
that's still a pretty good league. I guess Derrick Henry, of course, is a big rip, but
Yeah, dude, what the hell? They're not letting me play Leo Sheldon. Did he get hurt? Did I miss something?
I didn't see him get hurt. I hope not. I would cry.
He hurt his elbow.
Oh my god.
No.
Sheldon's gonna need Tommy Johns in the off season.
What the fuck, man? I actually needed him so I could like win.
Yeah, it looks like we're kind of in a tough spot right now. We're kind of in a pickle.
I think I'm gonna choke
As
this
far-
one, and there's nothing I can do.
The
Kobe White's
player of
been
the week
shitting
seems
on me.
Kobe White.
No, because he keeps making like all of these insane shots. Like, look at that one. That's an assist. That's not him. It's also an assist.
It's just I love it's one scoring play a couple times. They're like player of the game. It's all on Fisher.
Kinda.
He's got to put the team on his back right now.
Why would you say that like right when I'm like, fumbling the ball?
Ooh. Damn.
My shot clock was running down. It's like
Tough shot. Tough shot.
I was gonna kill myself if Kobe just made another three.
I'll be right back. I have to grab another beverage.
Fair enough. Clay's got to clutch it. That's the thing. Clay's got this. 2.5 minutes, down 4.
Oh, yep.
That's Klay Thompson time. Damn it. What? How do you make me one? I'm getting destroyed out here.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
They're like making me put in the bench. I feel like I played my bench a lot this game too, and I'm pissed.
Pistons trail by 7. Here's Griffin. Nobody near Jordan. Hands it from downtown.
Okay, still down 4. 2 minutes to go. Oh.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. White.
Dude, they're making the dumbest shots.
He's crafty with the floater. White has various finishes he can unleash on the ball.
Passes to Griffin. Back to George. Pass to Griffin. Lock at 6. Goes up the baseline. White with the defensive effort.
What's the fucking backboard?
Bring it up for Chicago. Stolen by George.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get one.
Can't get an end one.
Now we'll see what they run. And how about the young fella, Culver, showing some poise there. This is why his team goes to him in these situations, not afraid of the moment.
How do you make that shot? It's fully contested, man. I'm not feeling good about being down 6 and fucking minute left.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I'm back.
They're letting Leo Sheldon back in the game. I don't understand it, but let's go.
I'm here for it. Maybe they said he was questionable to return, and then they saw we were losing, and they said, "Get your ass back in there."
It says he's fucking injured right now.
Outside, Sheldon.
His arm fell off. They said, "Get back in
He
there."
even tried to get this fucking rebound. It was right to him. This team fucking sucks.
Outside, Levine.
How was school, Ben Troy?
Back to White. From the arc.
No comment.
No, good. Sorry. I
Oh,
came
okay.
back. It's been chill. Nothing too bad.
Are your classes split online, offline, or mostly online? Or
So actually, I don't know. I thought I talked about this. How
I
like
think you told me before, but I can't remember exactly.
I mean, all my classes are in person,
Okay.
but just like the nature of my classes, everything's on still on Zoom because of uh, it's all paired with like other campus. So I have one with Everett, I have one with Tri Cities, and I have one in Vancouver.
Okay.
So they're all Zoom. Only one class takes attendance. So I usually actually go in person because I like in person. So
Yeah. No, I feel that. I definitely like. I prefer in person for sure too.
yeah.
I feel like that's the best way I learn. I feel like whenever, like, literally when it turned from like in person to online for COVID, like half the time I'd like get on Zoom and I'd like pass back out. Like I'd have my laptop open. I'd just be laying next to the computer. Next thing I know, dozing off. Wake back up. They're like, "Oh, it's the end of the lesson."
So Matt, I need a coaching choice here.
All right, let's do it.
It's a 3-point game. It's
Okay.
88-85, and we have the
Mhm.
ball, and there's 19.9 seconds. So I feel like dribbling it out and taking the last shot. Um,
Clay has to take the last shot.
I think Clay does as well. He, let's see,
It has to be Clay. I'm pretty sure Clay is our best pure shooter.
he's got a 99.3 and he's got all the badges. Um,
That's how I feel too. I mean, maybe Fisher should pass it to him though.
Fisher does have a 99.3.
I can't. I can't believe that. I can't believe Fisher has a 99.3. He's got none of the badges for it though.
Yeah, that's my thing. Um, and like Sheldon's like so hurt. I don't know why he's in the game. They're like
It looks like all his scores, like his ratings, just dropped. They're like he
they're
cannot
like he can
play.
play. He's still athletic and can play perimeter defense, but his shoulder hurts like a bitch. um, so he just can't do it. I mean, like we could force the moment on him if we want to, but it just doesn't look like the best
It's
choice.
not worth it. I feel like either we have to like shoot with Clay, or we could always hope for like you could drive to the basket and hope for like a foul with Clay, maybe. But I feel like shooting with Clay seems like the safest option.
I think I gotta do just a pick and roll, pick and pop, whatever it is with Clay.
Uh,
Here, yeah, Clay wants the ball. Oh God, here we are. To
Here
go
we
to
go.
overtime.
Now, here's Thompson.
This is Dame time right here.
This
Clay
is
time, I guess.
it is Clay time. What number is Clay?
12.
Oh.
Oh! 2 seconds left. Let's go!
That's so cringe
Yeah!
verbatim. That's so hype, honestly.
Oh my goodness. All right, we gotta send our best defensive unit out there. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna take
I
Rodriguez
think,
out and put in. Actually, I'm gonna put in Robinson at center, Cartwright at power forward.
are you putting in the defensive lineup?
I'm trying. I don't even know. I might have a defensive lineup. Let's see. This one
Put
says
in all our
defense.
7-footers.
This one says Rodriguez is better at defense, and I just don't. I think we gotta put Cartwright there.
You think Cartwright's better?
Well, he's
Okay.
a center. That's probably why they didn't want to put him at power forward.
Fair. No, Clay's got good D.
Oh my God, is Steve Nash the coach of these Bulls too? Type. Okay, I'm gonna just back off Cartwright. That was a pretty good shot. Okay. Whew. Whew. Thank God. I don't know how I tied this bitch up. I was playing so bad. And like after losing Sheldon, I was like, fuck. What are we at? Oh my God, we were way probably. Oh my God, this is gonna be like an hour-long video. Okay.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Thanks for coming in here, Troy. You really motivated me to win this game. I was like, fuck, I can't lose in front of Troy.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Oh, they're putting in
Wait,
starters.
Troy. I don't think you've given me $20 yet, have you?
No, I'm not. I will. I will. I will.
You know I'm good for it.
The only people left, because Quinn paid me earlier this week, so now I'm just waiting on Troy, Alex, Dax, and Connor. But I'm pretty sure they're all good for it. Like, I'm sure at some point, like, I feel like after in baseball when fucking Quinn Zunino never paid me, I feel like I got PTSD now. That was a nice shot.
Thank you. Or are you
But
thinking
yeah.
Clay?
I guess both of you. It was the team after. Yeah, after Zunino didn't pay me for baseball last year, though, I got to get on everyone's ass.
True.
Especially before it gets too late in the season. Because I feel like at this point, everyone's still, of course, got like an equal chance pretty much to make the playoffs. But I feel like at a certain point, some people are just like, well, my team's not going to make it. Like, why should I pay? But that's not how fantasy works. I can't believe fucking Thanksgiving is so close now.
It's
Yes,
fucking
sir.
hate.
Did you do anything for Halloween, Troy?
Didn't really go out, but I went kind of hung out with friends.
I feel.
Yeah. I guess he had like a house party, but I was only there for like an hour. But yeah.
That's not too bad. Yeah, literally, like I said, I had planned to go kind of out, like nothing too crazy. I was just gonna go down and like hang out with Chris and stuff, but then literally like a couple days before I started getting sick, and then Chris is like paranoid about getting sick, of course, but I don't really blame her, so
First team
I
D.
just stayed up.
No, I was gonna say I don't think I've drinking alcohol in like the past month.
Really?
The last time I drank alcohol was when I saw you, so whenever that was.
Wow.
Yeah, I just I mean honestly I don't really go out. Like fuck, dude. Like I've been going hard in the paint when it comes to like working out.
Nice.
Yeah, like you should really see my shoulders. When I get back, I got shit. Like
See my
these things
shoulders.
are getting defined. I'm like Jesus Christ. It's like I thought like they'll be like round like Giannis, but they're getting like this weird square shape. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it's I'm looking pretty cut right now. I don't know. I'm like it's still a little.
I gotta
You know,
brag. I gotta brag.
Have you been smoking much even then, or just working out?
No, just work. I mean, just like so. Yeah, even like eating. So that's where I was going to get at. Like my diet consists of rice and fish or chicken and fish, and I take shots of V8 juice to get my like other nutrition like because it's like I like it was like probably 3 weeks of just like eating that, and I was just like, wait a minute, I need to I need to get some. Yeah, I mean, I drink a lot of juice, but so I mean, there's a lot of fruit there. But when it comes to vegetables, I was like, need to find something.
That's kind of funny. I mean, that's not too bad though. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I've been like tonight. I've been having some beers pretty casually, of course, but before this, I hadn't really drank since I went out with people
Dagger.
like before last, and then I've been smoking like the last couple of weeks either. So feel it, but it's not bad working out. It's good for you.
Yeah. Hey Matt, when I get back, you know, it might need you as a gym partner. You know.
I'd be down. It'd be good. Because aren't you coming back in December?
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be pretty hype.
I know. Well, all of us, we'll be doing some damage around town.
It's so soon, honestly. It's crazy, kind of.
Yeah.
Before we know it. It's kind of wild too, since you'll come back for Thanksgiving and then go back for like what, like a week or two, pretty much.
2 weeks. Yeah. How is everyone though in terms of like if Quinn good?
Yeah, that break's always kind of interesting.
What?
The break, like between like after Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
or I guess like Thanksgiving break, and then going back for like a week or two, and then I guess especially like WSU, like since you start like the first week of
Hmm.
December. Good job, Max.
I'm so proud. Beat him by
Upper
10
crust
too.
practice.
All they have to do is play it smart.
Woo-wee.
Is at what point are we in the championship?
This is the what's it called the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, we're still in the ECF. Okay,
Wait, so this is a shared team?
I'd say
not
we're both.
exactly.
I'll say Matt's a co-owner.
You,
He's invested.
okay. Okay, I see, I see.
But I got to end this video, and I'll start the next one like immediately. Good job, Clay.
Clay's like, yep. He's like, you saw me pull up at the end of the fucking game. I knew we were gonna win it.
We're not winning that game without me, baby.
Exactly.
That was awesome.